Know what it is when you hear the slow beat bringing and the ladies singing. It's your boy Big Vern doing this thinging. Your favorite podcaster. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way, helps the channel. We appreciate it. In our first segment, we talked about Shedeur Sanders. He's under attack from a godless left. This is a leftist organization that only donates to the Democratic Party. They're openly attacking a black man for praying. That's it. For praying. Yep, not making it mandatory, not forcing it on anybody or anything like that. Just prayer is pissing these people off. Then we talked about Jameis Winston. He got a 2-year deal worth $8 million from the New York Giants. Congratulations to Jameis doing his thing. Then we talked about the Indianapolis Jokes. They go and pay Daniel Jones money to practice football in the state of Indiana, which is disgusting and reprehensible on all fronts. Then we go to the world of college basketball, and Scott Dolson has hired Darian DeVries in Bloomington. I don't know why people, I know confusion and anger are a couple of the emotions people are trying to manage. This dude had the same record as Woodson in a smaller, inferior conference in the Big 12. But for some reason, you're trying to convince the fans that we didn't just see this. Whatever. The Vikings tell the mainstream media, oh, hell no, we don't want Aaron Rodgers here. We're happy with J.J. McCarthy. We're moving forward. As they should. And that brings us to our final story in Shedeur Sanders getting ambushed at the NFL Combine. He was ambushed at the NFL Combine because he was not supposed to take any kind of media questions or anything like that. Shedeur has made it clear that he is only working out at Colorado's Pro Day. He is not going to be doing anything at the Combine. The same thing as Marvin Harrison Jr. did last year. Just stand around, take in the atmosphere, speak a little bit on camera, but the things they did to Shedeur and what they were trying to do have forced Dion to come out and say, y'all need to stop hating on my son. I'll set the table when I come back from a quick 20 from a rap album. We'll get into it. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. New rap album out on the streets. Benny the Butch and 38 Special. Stabbed and Shot 2. In stores now. The deluxe edition. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. The 1st of April is crazy. Throwaway Music 2, Who Really the King, Center Stage, Brick Specials, Jesus Arms, Bad Guy, and many more. Benny the Butch and 38 Special, Stabbed and Shot 2, in stores now. To Benny the Butch, shout out to 38 Special. This is a good project. I enjoyed it. So when we get back in this, like I said, I'm coming back from the other side of the content. I wanted to go ahead and touch on this because Dion is sitting here saying that they're telling lies on his son, they're hating on him, and he was ambushed at the NFL Combine to the point where Shedeur was saying that I didn't expect to hear my name today. I just didn't expect that. Now, nefarious forces, they tried to clean it up by saying the announcement was meant to address a misunderstanding that Sanders would be making an appearance and speaking to teams, but not working out. I don't know why you need to clear that up. Him and his father made that very clear that he would not be working out at the NFL Combine, and they were going to wait on the pro day. We talked about this over a month ago. So what would change from then till now, his father wasn't with him. That's the biggest difference, because they wouldn't have pulled this if Deion Sanders was standing right there with his son. And I'm going to say something that may be incendiary and may send some people over the moon, but the media, the sports media, they have a problem with black fathers. They have a problem with black fathers being in their sons' lives and speaking up and not letting them have their way with their children. If you look at Deion Sanders, all he's ever done is coach football. And I say this all the time. I don't like when people criticize Shedeur's game, because it always devolves into people going after Deion Sanders with some sort of axe to grind. At the end of the day, Deion Sanders is a football coach. He's coached at every level. HBCU, high school, he won state championships. His kids are 4- and 5-star kids. And now he's trying to build him a legacy in Colorado. And you don't need to try and use some sort of divide and conquer tactic to attack this man. But how evil are you when you invoke someone's children? You are going after this man's child when it comes to Bill and Devin Haney. I don't even think a lot of people have heard Devin Haney say anything if it's not a fight week. Devin Haney, if you don't follow Devin Haney, even if you do follow Devin Haney on Instagram or any of his socials, Devin doesn't say anything hardly of substance. I don't even think I've heard Devin comment on anything. If he's not at a fight, if he's not talking about fighting, and he's not in the gym, I don't even think he posts too many pictures of his leisure. But when Bill is out there and Bill's saying that you're not going to talk about my son, you're not going to talk to my son in any kind of way, I'm going to be out here on these streets standing 10 toes down, that's a problem. And I'll go ahead and triple my outrage, because black people have expressed a problem like this. And when you ask them what's the heart of the issue, they say, oh, well, because my father wasn't in my life. How is that Devin's fault? How is that Bill's fault? LeVar Ball, all he's done is pick his children up. He told you all that they were a problem coming. He told everybody about Lonzo. He told everybody about LaMelo. Those dudes are certified. He even got his other boy in the NBA playing and making a difference. I mean, this dude was sitting here telling you that it was going to be like that. But that was a problem. You didn't like how he was confident in himself. You didn't like the fact that he couldn't be broken, that he gonna keep his head high. That bothers the media. That bothers sports media. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because they can't shape the narrative if you stand on a united front and you keep them at arm's length. They don't know how to deal with that. And they become fearful of that. They become fearful of that. So to you brothers out here who have children, who are in the sports world, be prepared to be demonized, because it will happen. And when I mean demonized, back to Shedeur, they're talking about his draft stock is falling. How is that possible? How can his draft stock fall when he's never worked out for anybody? All he did was stand around. So me standing around has dropped my draft stock. Marvin Harrison did the same thing, and he went 3rd overall. What are you telling me? You're telling me that me standing around is dropping my draft stock, all because I'm not happy to be here. I'm not going to play these games with the mainstream media. I'm not going to jump up and down and like some seal and do tricks. Do you get where I'm coming from with this? Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? The Bosa, you look at the Bosa brothers. Their dad was active in their life. Nobody criticizes them dudes. None. Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. I watch Archie Manning in real time punk the NFL. and punk a whole organization and say, my child is not going to play for the San Diego Chargers. That happened in live TV. That wasn't behind the scenes. And then they worked out a trade with New York. They traded New York and they took Phillip Rivers. And they sent Eli to New York. And nobody said a word. But the moment you have Shedeur coming into the draft, people haven't asked around with Dion by way of Trojan horse, they started going after Shedeur, and that's whack. That's whack. This guy, I don't even think you've heard Shedeur even say anything publicly, other than a couple of words. And he always looks at you with distrust because he knows about it. He knows how this media works. His dad has trained him really well. And so Shedeur looks at you like, I don't know what your motives are. And he's always looking at you, questioning who you are, as he should. But the NFL, the NBA, they've all got the same symptoms and systematic problems. Look at Zion Williamson. We'll close this out with this. Zion Williamson, when he was drafted, they put the microphone all in his mom's face. And then his stepfather was sitting to the side. Number one, I don't even recognize the term stepfather. If you're feeding this boy, if you're putting clothes on his back, roof over his head, that's your child. That's your child, because his biological wasn't in his life. You the daddy. Now take care of him. He did it with glee. But they couldn't wait to go ahead and put that microphone in his mama's face. They couldn't wait to get down and do, okay, y'all had y'all good time. Y'all had y'all good moment. But when they messed their boy's money up because his black agents, the same people that look like me, they went, renegotiated this boy's contract behind his back, took $91 million guaranteed and broke it all down into incentives. And Zion was hurt when it was all going on because he was just recuperating from a lower leg injury. But what'd he do? He went and got his daddy. Now, how many exposés and pieces do you hear on Zion Williamson? Not one. Because his daddy will get you told. He got Stephen A. Smith told. Why you think Stephen A. don't talk about him no more? Oh, he pulled some old bitch made stuff and he tried to drop a little bit of come back on TV after he had a conversation with the man. But see, he knew. Oh well, he mean business. Just like they scared of Ja Morant's dad. He mean business. He gonna walk up on you. They gonna ask you some questions. And they don't know how to handle that. Because they running the same old playbook from the early 2000s. It's a new day and age. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. These dudes is out here and they can speak for themselves. But the media, y'all got a problem y'all got to address. Y'all got to fix this. Just because you have black fathers that are present in their child's lives and they're not going to let you mess over their kids and get away with anything, they can't be demonized. They shouldn't be demonized. And I stand on that. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.